Hello and welcome to another episode of Spoil Your Appetite. My name is Tristan, and boy, has it been a while since 3 months ago is the last time I sat here and just talked about whatever and whatnot. Reason being is because I'm a senior in high school and I'm just trying to do my best and whatnot. Plus, I do my podcasting somewhere else and whatnot. But anyways, with that being said, just want to get into something real quick before I get into my 3 topics today. 3, maybe 2, I don't know. But we'll see where it goes, if I can remember the 3 topics. Okay, first off, I gotta talk about 2 of the movies that I'm most excited for. Everything else, I'm excited as well, but these 2 are just the ones that I'm really, really excited for. So, let's go with the first one. And I am a DC fan, so I am talking about the movies that are coming out next year, which is Suicide Squad and Batman vs. Superman. So I want to start with the Batman v Superman stuff first. First off, I believe last time I talked about it, I was just talking about all the updates and how I felt about all those release photos and whatnot. Not sure if I talked about the rumors or not. So, recently, about, I don't know how many weeks ago, we'll just say a month ago, the first official photo of Aquaman, Jason Momoa as Aquaman. Now, here's the thing, I'm not familiar with Jason Momoa at all until recently. Like, I just started watching Game of Thrones, 2 weeks ago, maybe a week ago. 2 weeks ago, yeah, I started watching Game of Thrones, and, I didn't really expect to be into it, like most people are, but holy crap, I'm really into it, because it's very fucked up. If you watch the show, you'll notice it's very messed up. Like, I'm catching up. I need to watch Season 4, because Season 5 is coming up, which is this Sunday, and, yeah, so anyways, Jason Momoa, I've seen him in Game of Thrones, and spoilers, and one of my favorite scenes is from Jason Momoa's character, Count Drogo, where he says, "A crown for a king," and, he melts this gold, and then he said, because he's gonna murder this guy anyways, because he's, bitching about how he's gonna be king, and he wants his crown and army and blah, 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 so he melts this gold, and he goes, "Crown for a king," and pours the gold onto his head. And because the gold was melted and it's hot, killed him. And that's still, to this day, that's my favorite moment from Game of Thrones. So, besides Game of Thrones, the first official Aquaman photo. Oh my god. I mean, I didn't know what to expect. I knew he was going to look badass either way because it's Jason Momoa. Now, I saw a photo of him, and I just this is going to work. His look as Aquaman is going to work, and it's going to, discount, get everyone's perspective of Aquaman, how they make fun of him and whatnot, just demolish it, and it did. He just, I mean, some people still make fun of it. He kind of looks like, some people say he looks like Rob Zombie and someone else. I'm not sure who it was, but anyways, I like the look. I know one of my friends who also reads comics, and basically the guy who got me into reading comics, which I'm pretty sure I've talked about before. The one thing he didn't like about it was just his blonde hair, and that he didn't have his, standard gold and green and whatnot. And for me, it's I'm up to change and whatnot. I'm up for they don't have to get it dead on. Certain characters, I'm just it doesn't really matter if they don't get the costume dead on, as long as it's the suit we all know and can, just modernize it and whatnot. And so with Jason Momoa, I was just they might get to it. They might get to his standard costume and whatnot, but deep down, I don't think it will happen because, I mean, in this world, in this DC universe, I don't think that's the case at all. You want to make Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, they all look badass, and yeah, so does Aquaman, so that's really awesome. I just love it. I love it a lot, and I'm actually a fan of Aquaman. For those who's never really liked Aquaman and just makes fun of him, I would suggest reading a comic, because most people who make fun of Aquaman have never read a comic book. Now, I was suggested to read Jeff Johns' run, New 52 of Aquaman, and honestly, I love it. I love it a lot. I think if you want to, like, if you can take the time, for those who make fun of the character, just take the time and read the first volume of Aquaman, New 52, Jeff Johns. I mean, I can't really talk about standard issues because I read volume issues. I don't like reading just like small, thin pages of comic books and whatnot. So I say read volumes and whatnot. Like right now, I have 5 volumes. No, 4. I think I have 4. Yeah, I have 4 volumes of Aquaman, Jeff Johns' run, and 3 is my favorite. It's Throne of Atlantis. It's different. It's a little different from Justice League, Throne of Atlantis, which is the animated movie. But yeah, it's just one little thing that it's different. And yeah, so yeah, go read some Aquaman, Jeff Johns and whatnot. Jeff Johns is Aquaman, I mean. Okay, second thing I want to talk about, the look of Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. Now, to recap what I said before about, this whole decision of Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, I was okay with it because I remember seeing Now You See Me, and pretty sure had I not have seen that movie, I probably wouldn't be on board. But yeah, I'm okay with it, and the look of him, I mean, what else you're gonna do? I mean, he has a bald head, and from the look of it, I don't know if it's just me, but he looks a bit older. Like, he looks a bit older and whatnot. So, I mean, besides that he's bald, he looks very old, and so I like that. I mean, yeah, so it should be interesting. So, now that I've done with the BVS, Batman v Superman news, and caught up and whatnot, I want to talk about the other film that I'm really excited for as well, Suicide Squad, which is, if you watch Arrow, you'll know that Suicide Squad is just full of villains taking on these suicide missions, if you will. And so, the casting, besides the main cast and whatnot, I'm really looking forward to Jared Leto's Joker and whatnot, because I want to get back to that. The look of the Joker and the Dark Knight, I don't know. I mean, I don't like the look. I don't like the, he painted his face white and whatnot. I'm just sticking with comic books, but him as a Joker, yes, it's awesome, but just the look is just, whatever. But I'm not saying that his performance as a Joker was bad. Heath Ledger, that is. I'm just saying I'm not really a fan of the look. And, it kind of does get on my nerves that people are, dressing up as Heath Ledger's Joker. But then again, I mean, he is the best Joker so far. So with Jared Leto, I think he'll do it. Probably not as good as most people's. Not as most people. I think he'll do a good job. I mean, his look, who knows? I mean, so far, recently, we've got him in his green hair, which is a blurry pic. If you haven't seen it, just go on Twitter and type in Jared Leto Joker homage, pays tribute to the Killing Joke and whatnot. So, anyways, besides Joker, I read it's confirmed that Killer Croc is going to be in Suicide Squad, and I just think that is really something, because now I'm wondering, is Killer Croc going to be CGI, or is he just going to be the actor, which I'm not even going to pronounce his name, try to attempt it, that is he going to be in prosthetics, or is Killer Croc going to be CGI? But who knows? I think having Killer Croc in there is just amazing. I just don't know how that's gonna be really interesting. And then I think it was yesterday or the day before. Yeah, I think it was yesterday or the day before. I'm not sure. But they announced they had David Ayer, who's directing the movie, posted a picture of the whole cast except Leto wasn't there. Jared Leto, who plays the Joker, wasn't there, and there was two people that I didn't even notice. And it's being reported that Hugo Strange and Deathstroke are going to be the two actors that were in that, who we never don't know who they are or whatever. It's been announced that those two, one of them is playing Hugo Strange and the other is playing Deathstroke, and I was just like, oh my god, like, I really want to know how Hugo Strange is going to be in there, because it makes sense, but now I'm really interested. And Deathstroke, I've always said, it's not Suicide Squad without Deathstroke. Like, if you don't have Deathstroke and Suicide Squad, it's not really, for me, it's not Suicide Squad, because for me, Deathstroke has always been the kind of guy to be in Suicide Squad. Like, I believe it fits his MO. But yeah, I'm looking forward to those two movies especially, because holy crap, 2 years ago, well, it'll be 2 years ago, Man of Steel, last DC movie, and yeah, we've been waiting for a long time, and so I'm very, very excited. So now we jump into our topics today. So this is not going to be comic book related, to anyone who's wondering and whatnot. I'm going to go on and just talk about why you should make a podcast. Yes, to the very person that's making this podcast, and whoever is going to listen into the future, why you should do a podcast. For me, I started a podcast in January. I wouldn't say it's my New Year's resolution, but I guess it is, because my first episode, I believe, did go on the January 1st. But anyways, why you should do a podcast. It's fun. You get your voice heard and whatnot, and so you can just talk about anything. And plus, if the world ever ended, I'm not saying, okay, let's just go into pretend land. So if the world ended and we had, the recording somehow survived the whole world ending, it just gives people, those who want to know about us, it gives them knowledge about who we were as people, what our interests and hobbies and all that stuff and whatnot. So it's very fun. It's a stress reliever. Everyone has their stress reliever, whether you smoke cigarettes, and I'm not promoting cigarettes, I'm just saying, smoking cigarettes, working out, playing video games, reading, writing, running, and all that business. Like, we all have a stress reliever, and I believe doing a podcast is a good stress reliever, because you can just get something off your chest. Like, you can go on, social media and just type in anything, get your stress out or whatever. You could just stress out your problems and whatnot. But if you talk it out and whatnot on, just a recording, it's just you by yourself, or you can have people around you do a podcast with you and whatnot. The podcast I listen to is Mahawk, which is a YouTube group it's a YouTube group, and I listen to their stuff because I love their work. I love what they talk about, and I've also loved their Nightwing series. I also listen to Kevin Smith, who's basically the person who really got me into doing podcasts, because he always wherever he went, not everywhere, but there are convos where he goes, everyone should do a podcast, and so I just why not try a podcast? I thought, why not? And everyone's talented. Doesn't matter. Everyone's talented in a way. You probably don't know it, but who knows? And so I thought, why not? So I gave it a try, and if you listen to the first episode, you could really hear that I'm really stuttering and pausing and having those awkward moments and whatnot. In the second one, I don't know how I did it. I just went and just did it and whatnot. Now I still kind of do it. Can't really catch my words and whatnot, but I still manage to get the words out and whatnot. So, I mean, everyone should do a podcast. It's really fun. You just get some people around. I'm trying to get friends to come on this podcast and just talk about it because it's really fun. I would love to have that experience with a friend because I think I told one friend about it, and it's really interesting. It'd be really interesting just to talk with them and have a convo because I want people to know, to whoever listens to this, to know about my friends and whatnot. But I talked to one friend about it, and he was really interested, and I told him we could just talk about music and whatnot. And so hopefully that will happen one day. I mean, he works. I mean, I don't work, but he works. He's a rock star. I mean, he may hate his work, but hey, he's making money. So yeah, just sit around, just record a podcast, just tell the people, the audience, whoever your audience is, just tell them about your day, what happened last week, or just tell about how you guys became friends. I mean, that's what I plan on doing. That's what I plan on doing and whatnot. So hopefully it all pans out. I don't know when. I can't guarantee people when I'll have like my first guest. Probably my first guest might be my dad, since Avengers is coming out, and we're pretty big comic book fan movies, and we love those movies. I mean, sure, he's more of a Marvel guy, I'm more of a DC guy, but hey, in the end, I love both properties because bring on the comic book movies. We are just dominating the box office in a way, so that's always fun. Oh, a text message. Sorry about that. So, second thing, let's get into the second topic. I want to talk about Gotham. We're getting back into the geeky stuff and whatnot. So, Gotham. I'm still watching it. I will say the show is okay. It's not good. It's not fantastic, nor is it like bad or horrible. I mean, even though it has its bad, really bad episodes. I'm going to take you back to the beginning. When I first heard the news, at first I was just like, well, this is going to be interesting. I wasn't one of those people who was just like, no, this can't be happening. You can't have a Gotham show without Batman and whatnot. And so I was kind of more the opposite. I was with the whole idea of, it's the early days of Jim Gordon and Harvey Bullock. I mean, that's really something I could see. I would love to see that. And then they announced that they're going to have Penguin and Catwoman and all these people, and I'm just like, okay, that works. I mean, this should be interesting. So, and then they have Bruce Wayne, and I was like, okay, I mean, that's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome, even though he's not like a main character and whatnot. I mean, he is in this like almost every episode. So, first episode comes on, watching, and just get straight down into it. The Waynes get murdered and whatnot. Even now, it's like they still haven't figured out who murdered the Waynes. But yeah, it gets straight down to it, and I think that was pretty cool how they just got down into it. So, first episode, I liked it. I mean, sure, Riddler, Edward Nygma, just very cartoony and whatnot. It's just meh. And second, well, yeah, I loved it. I thought the first episode was pretty cool, especially the ending. Not really going to spoil it, because, I mean, I'll probably talk about that some other time, and second episode, it was okay, it was alright. I was just like, And then third episode with the Balloon Man, holy crap, was that terrible or not? Anyone who has seen the show, the Balloon Man, you'll know what I'm talking about. Worst episode ever, holy crap. But I'm not going to talk about all the episodes. What it comes down to, if there's one thing I like about this show, it's just the connection between Harvey Bullock and Jim Gordon. That's the thing that's still keeping me on, and plus they're gonna have Victor Freeze, Mr. Freeze, and Hugo Strange. So that's what really piques my interest the most, because I remember they first announced it, and now it's like I don't think they're gonna be on season 1. They're gonna probably be on season 2. So it's just like just waiting to see what they do with that, because everything else is like okay. Like everything else that I heard about, like having those villains and whatnot, I was okay with it. But now it's like I kind of wish they would do like just be your cop show, like your regular cop show, without having these little Easter eggs like the Venom episode. Like it's pre-Venom, it's not Venom, it's pre-Venom, and so it's just like I wish they just now I just kind of wish they went with the whole. It just be a cop show, like they're solving crimes and whatnot. Like the one with the Red Hood, that one I could get passed by and whatnot. Everything else is just like I don't want to really see supernatural stuff like the fear toxin. And well, I will give that episode that 2-part credit because it was pretty interesting. Because I mean, Jonathan Crane's dad was the villain. I liked it. I really did. I liked that, and so it's pretty cool. But like I said, some episodes are just but if you can get through it and whatnot, it's okay. It's really an okay show. But yeah, like I said, the only thing I like about this show is the connection between Harvey and Jim. Everything else just kind of bothers me. Like Catwoman, well, the actress that plays her, I mean, she's doing okay. I wouldn't say I like her stuff and whatnot, but it's okay. The one thing I don't like about this, one of the things I don't like is, like I said, the whole tying it in and having these Easter eggs and whatnot. It's like, this is pre-Batman. Like, I don't think that stuff would happen just yet. And Bruce Wayne, I mean, him becoming, I get it. He's, like, becoming the Batman and whatnot. But I don't see, like, for me, I've always thought, he's still having to deal with the grief and whatnot, and then I think it's too early for him to be, training and doing detective work. It's just like you're 13, and you're just starting this out. I mean, I would say he would start doing detective work when he's like 16. 3 years from now, he should be like 16, doing the training and the fighting and testing his fear or whatever. It's just like, no 13-year-old does this. Like, I mean, I remember reading the article when it was first announced they wanted to go with they wanted to go with the Nolan type stuff where it's realistic and whatnot. And it's just like, Bruce Wayne, pretty sure wouldn't do this as a kid. I mean, I remember at one point I was like, does this kid ever go to school? And then he finally does, and then he gets out of school just like that because he punched the kid and whatnot. And it's just like, what the heck? And now he's like, I'm going to be homeschooled now. I'm going to teach myself. I'm just like, dude, what? Like, come on. Like, whatever, man. Whatever. So, like I said, I'm still watching Gotham. I mean, like I said, it's okay. I mean, the kid that plays Bruce Wayne, I mean, he's good. I mean, I don't think anyone's bad. I think it's just how they're directed. Like, some characters are directed cartoony. Like I said, the Riddler, it's just like, I always pictured Riddler just sort of a, kind of a, not, I wouldn't say smartass, but, very mature and very, thought out and just, like, thinks beyond and whatnot. Like, I don't think he should just be doing just riddles and stuff. Like, he's obsessed with riddles. Yes, I get that, but it's just like, come on, can he not be like just not doing riddles and stuff? But then again, it's just, I don't know. I don't know. So what else should I talk about? Arrow. I guess I could talk about Arrow just for a few minutes or so. Arrow. I'm still watching Arrow, and I love it. It's a Batman show basically, because I mean, I've always known Green Arrow as a smartass and whatnot, because he makes jokes and whatnot. And this one's a darker tone and gritty and whatnot, and so it's like whatever, but it's still Batman in my mind. So, it's whatever. I mean, I wouldn't say Deathstroke is in season 2. I wouldn't say Deathstroke is a Batman villain. I mean, I would say he's a villain for everyone and whatnot. And Ra's al Ghul, however you pronounce it, Roz or Ra's, I'm gonna go Raish. I mean, who really cares about how his pronunciation is, like how you pronounce his name? I mean, I know the creator is just like, yeah, it's pronounced this way, but it's whatever. Anyways, the guy that plays Raish Al Ghul, I think he's doing an awesome job. I mean, at first I was like, when I heard the news, I was like, oh, cool, this ought to be interesting. And I'm never those people, not that person who just goes, oh, the only person who should play this character is this actor and whatnot. I'm just that person who's just like, the character is always bigger than the actor. I mean, that's a quote that I'm gonna stick with to the end of time. Like, the character is always bigger than the actor. So, I mean, yes, Liam Neeson will always be my Ra's al Ghul. And so this guy is pretty good too. I mean, he's not bad at all. I mean, we get to see him, like, well, not in all the episodes and whatnot. But yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. I like him. I mean, it doesn't matter about the look. Like, I don't care about the look. Like, because in the comics, you can't really tell what his race and ethnicity is, basically. But yeah, I dig it. And I'm like glad they finally announced they showed the Lazarus Pit. I mean, even though it's called the Waters or something like that. I mean, I didn't really didn't catch on that whole monologue he tells Oliver Queen and whatnot. But yeah, he dips his hand in water. And here's what happened. Spoiler alert. Not Talia, his other daughter, crap, what's her name? Anyways, she finds out that Raish was like, I want Oliver to take my place and whatnot, and so she tries to, slit him, but Raish just grabs it, like, because he trained his daughter, and like, how does he not know her skills and whatnot? And so he dips his hand into the water, and then it's healed. And I'm just like, oh, Lazarus Pit. Even though it's called the Waters, because that's the only thing I got from that whole monologue. Because I think he said something about the waters have been healing him and whatnot for centuries, and it's just like, whatever. It's just like, why can't you call it the Lazarus Pit? I mean, I guess it's because, it is water. So, but why can't you just call it the Lazarus Pit? I mean, you got the Flash, who runs at speed, and you got all these other characters with metahuman powers, and so it's just, why not just call it the Lazarus Pit? I mean, don't need to call it the Waters. But anyways, so with that being said, I'm still watching Arrow, but I like the Flash more, because with the Flash, it's not really dark. I mean, because the Flash is more of a wisecracker and whatnot, makes jokes and all that and whatnot, and so it's just like, I like the show. It's more lighthearted in a way. I mean, it's very cool. And the Trickster episode, oh my gosh, awesomest episode ever. That's probably my favorite, because, I mean, Mark Hamill coming back and playing the Trickster, that's very awesome. And spoilers, who did not laugh when Mark Hamill's Trickster goes, I am your father, to the new Trickster, and it's just like, oh man, God, I mean, that's a Star Wars. If you don't know that Star Wars reference, then man, I feel bad for you, because I mean, everyone who knows that joke, everyone who laughed, got that. I mean, even though it wasn't a joke, I'm pretty sure it was a real thing, but still, just a nod to Star Wars and whatnot. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Another thing I like about the Flash. Well, there's nothing I really hate about the Flash. There's really nothing I can say that I hate about the Flash. But another moment from the Flash, when he runs and he goes back in time. Oh my gosh! And this is the episode when they finally came back and had a new episode. Like, they were gone for a while, for like 2 weeks, and then, the new episode, and time travel. Oh my god, that was too awesome. That was awesome. I was just like, time travel. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. And with the whole Harrison Ford thing, I'll buy it. I mean, it's whatever. I mean, it definitely blows all the fan theories that I've read, the theories that I've read online, blows them away, and so it just makes sense, I guess. So that was just a little bit of how I feel about Arrow and Flash and whatnot, but still not happy with the Atom. I mean, not just because Brandon Routh is playing him and whatnot. It's not that. He's doing a good job. It's just the whole. He's basically like Iron Man, and it just gets on my nerves. And for those who don't know, the Atom is basically like Ant-Man. Like, if you've seen the trailer for Ant-Man, that's what the Atom does. He shrinks and whatnot, and he's a scientist and whatnot. And so, yeah, I'm hoping, like, in the future he will shrink one day. I mean, supposedly he is supposed to be on the Flash, and at one point, so hopefully he gets this some kind of shrinking ability and whatnot. Because I remember first time the Atom got in his suit. Ray Palmer got in his suit, and he just started flying. I was like, okay. At first, I was just like, okay, hopefully this isn't going to be a permanent thing. Hopefully he's just like, hopefully he'll shrink in another episode. And then the next time the next episode you see him, or the next episode that he's in the suit, he doesn't shrink. And it's just like, it bothers me, because it's just, I mean, you're getting the character right, but you're doing his superpower really wrong, and I don't want to see an Iron Man person and whatnot, because, I mean, you have the Flash, like I said, you have the Flash, why not let him shrink? Why not give the Atom, that ability? I'm pretty sure it's the same, well, not the same writers, but, the same executive producers from Arrow on the Flash. It's like, why can't you make him shrink? I mean, makes no sense. And whatnot. And I'm pretty sure I just caught myself saying, forget it, never mind, I'm not going to say it. But yeah, make the Atom shrink, hashtag Atom must shrink in Arrow. Yeah, I don't think that's going to trend at all. Anyways, so what else shall I talk about? Okay, so I talked about, catched up, okay. Just trying to think here, I'm sorry. What else? I don't want to get into my third topic just yet. You know what? Why not? I mean, I don't expect this to be, for some reason, for me, I always want my podcast to be like 30 minutes. No, I always want my podcast to be an hour, but now it just came to me, it's just like, why can't it just be like 30 minutes? I don't want my podcast to be just like 10 minutes or 20 minutes. I mean, I want it to be, at least 30 minutes. Okay, so let's get down to my last topic, Daredevil. I think 2 hours ago, what time is it? 2 hours ago, I watched the first 2 episodes of Daredevil. And so 10 p.m. for those who are just now tuning in or whatever. 2 hours ago, I watched the first 2 episodes of Daredevil, and I watched it I didn't start it at the end, whenever I woke up, because, I mean, I woke up at like 8 or 9 a.m. this morning, and I didn't really want to start watching it. I wanted to start watching it with my dad and whatnot, because like I said, we love watching, we're into the comic book stuff and whatnot, the movies and TV shows. I mean, I don't think he watches Arrow and The Flash, and that's what I watch too. I don't think he watches Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or Agent Carter, because it's like, with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I understand what they're doing, but it's like, I don't really care about those characters and whatnot. Agent Carter, still haven't watched it, not because I think it sucks, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. sucks, but still, just not really interested in it and whatnot. Daredevil, oh man. The first time I heard Daredevil got Daredevil was now going to be in the MCU because I don't know whoever had it finally gave it up and just didn't really make a movie with it. And so I went to the MCU, and I was just like, oh, this will be interesting. And so all the news, I was just like, oh, this is going to be awesome. And then the first suit, I was like, well, what? Like, I was very confused. I was like, that's the suit? And then I read the article, and it's based off of Frank Miller's Daredevil costume, and so I was just like, oh, okay. I mean, if it's in the comics, I guess that works too. And so eventually he would get his red suit. And I mean, anyone who didn't see the preview, they finally showed the red suit, and I'll get that into it first at the end. So yeah, I waited for my dad to get off work, and then we watched Daredevil. And now, when it comes to me, I'm not always about. I am a DC fan, but I also love Marvel, and so for those who don't know, Daredevil is definitely one of those characters I love the most because he sort of is like Batman in a way. I mean, he's blind. He does. Well, I don't think he. Well, he's a lawyer. I think he's a lawyer, and so I mean, there is a comic. I just watched a video like not too long ago where there was a Batman versus Daredevil, and I found it funny how they both figure out their identities and whatnot, and Daredevil was just noticing Batman's heartbeat, and so that's how he figured out Bruce Wayne and Batman are the same. I thought that was pretty funny. But anyways, getting back to the show, holy crap! I mean, I was excited. I remember seeing the trailer, and it showed TVMA at the top right, and I was like, oh, this is going to be dark. Oh, I love it. Oh, I'm going to love this crap. I mean, everything is fun about Marvel and whatnot in their movies. I mean, that's why I love Marvel, and that's why, so I love Marvel because they're fun, and they are pretty serious and gritty and whatnot, but when it comes to DC, they're more of gritty and darkness and all of that. Nothing is ever fun about those like lighthearted in the DC movies, and when I say DC movies, I mean like the Nolan and Man of Steel. Like, it's not always lighthearted. Like, there's hardly any lightheartedness in those movies, and so that's why I like Marvel and DC, because DC has their own thing, and then Marvel has their own thing as well. Like, they have their theme, and then you got DC who's got their own theme, and that's why I like them both. And so to see that Daredevil is going to be like TVMA, I was just like, that totally works. That really works. Because, I mean, I've always saw Daredevil as more of a dark character and whatnot. I mean, I can't really base this off anything, but I always felt like Daredevil is like darker than all the other characters and whatnot. So I saw the first trailer. I was just like, oh, TVMA, this is going to be awesome. Like, first dark, gritty Marvel property that's going to be part of the MCU. And I'm really hoping that he's going to be I hope in the show, after the events of Captain America Civil War, I'm interested of how the show is going to go from there. Whenever Captain America Civil War is out and whatnot, I want to know what it's going to be like during the events or after the events of Civil War. So I really want to see if they are going to do that. I'm really going to be really interested in seeing that. So anyways, let's get to the first episode. So first episode, wow. I mean, the beginning of it was really interesting. This show just really got really interesting, because in the first episode, you see the actor. I'm not sure who he is. I don't want to. Maybe I could pull him up. I'll pull him up right now. But the opening scene of the first episode was really interesting, because the actor just started. It was just one shot, and he was basically Charlie Cox. Yeah, Charlie Cox is his name. Okay, so he's just talking and whatnot. I found that very interesting, very, very awesome, because he just keeps going without missing a beat. Like, there's no cuts in between them and whatnot. So, and the action was really interesting. First episode, I believe there was a fight scene. I can't remember. The fight scene was I think it was the beginning fight scene. No, it wasn't. Well, one of the fight scenes in the first episode, and it was all in one shot, and I was like, that's pretty awesome, even though I don't think it was that long and whatnot. But it was very interesting. I like this show because it's not always about, him in the costume and whatnot, so I find that very interesting, and, it's more about Murdoch and solving these crimes, and then he gets in the costume when he has to and whatnot, and, I'm just glad they didn't do what the movie did, which was, like, he could kind of see, but not really, like, he could, like, see based off of sound waves and whatnot, and the TV show, he has to hear. He just has to hear, like in the movie. He saw the bullets. Like Daredevil saw all the bullets in the movie. In the show, he fights based off of hearing. There is no sound waves or whatever coming into his eyes or whatever. Like he's not seeing what's going on. But that's really interesting. And so, and plus, he can hear. Daredevil can hear. Very, very, like, he can hear from far distances and whatnot, so that's pretty awesome. And then second episode, the recent episode I just watched, oh my god, the one thing that sticks out of my mind from the second episode is the last ending scene, and this is no spoilers, I'm not going to spoil it, it's a fight scene, but talking about the fight scene, it's all in one shot, and I was just like, I'm just watching this, I'm just like, this is really interesting. I don't know if they ever, like, took a break or whatever, but, because they always, like, anytime they want to move to the, like, it's in down a hallway, it's in this, like, small hallway and whatnot, and anytime they want to go on the other side, they go, they just show the wall and then they come back and whatnot. So they might have cut it or not, or it's just one shot. But if it's like, I'm pretty sure it's just a one shot. And so that whole fight scene was just like probably a minute or 2 minutes. And that's what really captured me. That's really what hooked me on. I was just like, dude, that's very interesting. I find that, like, that's very hard, but at the same time, that's really freaking cool. Just one shot, and this thing was just, like I said, it's like a minute, probably 2 minutes. Heck, might be even 3 minutes, but I wasn't timing this, but still, holy crap. Dude, that's amazing. Just one shot, that's very, very cool. Everyone does a good job on it. All the actors, Charlie Cox, who plays Matt Murdock, yes, he's pretty good. I like him. I never had problems with the movie or whatever. The movie, I grew up with the movie, so I can't really hate it. Like, even now, I can't even hate it. I have watched movies that I liked as a kid, and there are some movies I don't like Batman and Robin. That will always stick to my mind, just like, no. Bad. That's a bad movie. Even just the movie, it's bad and whatnot. But anyways, we're talking about Daredevil. Yeah, Daredevil. I would say he is my number one favorite Marvel. Just in general, if we're talking like movies and stuff, it's Captain America. But like when it comes to Marvel, like just the Marvel of all the universe and whatnot, comics and all that. Daredevil is definitely one of my favorites because he looks like a badass. He's a blonde guy that fights justice, and I find that very cool and whatnot. And so, last thing I want to get into is the red suit. I saw the red suit it doesn't show the whole red suit, but they showed the red suit. It's kind of a spoiler, but who really cares? It's not really a spoiler. It's just a costume. So they showed the spoiler in a video, and like I said, it was not from head to toe. So I saw this thing, and I was just like, okay. The suit, from where I'm looking at, from the looks of it, it looks okay. I mean, like I said, they don't show it from head to toe. They just show like hardly of his chest and up and whatnot. And so I was just like, okay, this kind of works, I guess. And I said, the suit looks alright, but the horns, really bother me the most. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I mean, but this is from a video from Headshot. I guess when I watch more of Daredevil, the Daredevil show, hopefully I'm more comfortable with it, because I'm like, the horns aren't really all that. They don't look like horns to me for some reason. They just look sort of bad. Like they're not. I don't know, but hopefully when I see it in the show, I'll probably like it. But for now, it's just like, whatever. I mean, the eyes, he's got black tinted eyes. And I mean, sure, it's not red, but whatever. I can let that go. I can let the whole red eyes go or whatnot. I mean, who knows? But yeah, Daredevil, definitely loving it. I mean, I love how it's very dark and gritty, and it's not like your normal Marvel property where it's all like, it's not dark at all. Like most of the stuff, I don't know what it is. Like I can't really explain it. It's hard. It's its first property that's dark. I mean, all the other stuff is pretty dark, but it's not as dark as, like, I would say. Like I would compare this to Daredevil to like a DC movie, like Nolan's and Man of Steel. I would say it's kind of like that. Like it's not your regular Marvel stuff, and there's a spider on the wall. I'll get that later. But like I said, Daredevil. If you haven't seen it, or if you're not if you're not really into comics and whatnot, I think you should watch it. Just give the first and second episode and see if you like it. If you're not, then that's fine with me. But for those who are into the comic book stuff, what are you waiting for? I mean, each episode is an hour long, and there's only 10 episodes, which is whatever. But yeah, Daredevil, definitely you should definitely check it out. I highly recommend it. Well, for those who love comics and all that stuff. So that's about it. I'm at the 47 mark, about to be 48. So as always, I'm Tristan, and that's it. That's it for Spoiler Your Episode.